Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali from Excel Basement. In this video tutorial, we will be exploring one real-time practical example which many employees face in their organization, and that is how to fetch multiple results or output from a single unique value. So let's understand this situation first, and then we will be solving through dynamic array function. So if you are a user of Excel 365, you will be able to get those functions, and I will tell you what the traditional way of also solving it. Okay, so we have two sheets in this particular workbook. First, we have a data sheet which contains 3 columns. So as you can see here, we have employee numbers, employee names, and the skills which they have through training. So the third column is the skills via training. Okay, and then we have the summary sheet where we need all the skills which every employee possesses in a horizontal way. Okay, so let's understand the first example. Let's say if we have an employee which is SM Imran Fahim Bukhari. He is a procurement officer based in Lahore, and we have his employee number. So if we copy this employee number and let's go to the main data where each employee record is being there. So if I search from here this employee number, so I can find that this particular Imran Fahim has 4 different skills available. So he is good in English, he is good in problem solving and decision making, legal knowledge and technical knowledge. And if you can see that the employee number will remain the same. So this particular employee number has 4 different skills for Imran Fahim, right? But the same number of skills does not have everyone. I mean, some of the employees has 2 skills training, some of them has 6 or 7 training, right? So let me filter another record from here. So let's say if I filter another random employee from the list. So if you can see that Rafiuddin Muhammad has almost around 7 different skills available through training. So in the summary sheet, I need to fetch those results based on one single employee number code. So now if you are primarily an intermediate user of Excel, you know that either you use VLOOKUP, INDEX+MATCH, or XLOOKUP even. These reference functions will get you to just the first skill which is vertically available. That will not go to a second occurrence or the third occurrence output value. That's the limitation with INDEX+MATCH, VLOOKUP, and XLOOKUP as well. But now we have a filter function available in Excel 365, that is dynamic array function, and some other functions to mix match and gets our results without adding some helper columns or making our formula a bit more complex. So traditionally there is a solution by doing with VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP by adding some extra columns to it and then making it a bit complex to get the results. Although we can do it, but let's make it simplified. So for those of you who have the latest version, I mean, they can take advantage with learning this filter function. That's a very cool function. Okay, so now let's apply. So first what I will do is I will select this my entire data which have all the employees which has multiple skill sets, and this particular example is also relevant for HR professionals as well as for different departments as well, because the technical things will remain same, just the business terminologies are different. So first select the data, go to insert and then click on table. What we are doing it, we are converting this normal data into a structured reference, and once you are converted this into a table, let's make it define a decent name. So by default it technically assign the table 1, so we don't want this name, we will give a nice name to it, that is data. And let's go to our summary sheet where we want that how many skills each employee has, how many trainings he have got. We have maximum of 30 trainings columns available here. Okay, so let's apply the formula equals to filter. Okay, now the first argument is of filter is array, the output which you want. So we know that we have defined a table called data and we want skills via training column as an array for the output. Then in the include function argument, we need to write the criteria. Okay, so what we want is basically the employee number here, which is the primary key, and it's the employee number is keep on repeating in the data sheet, because every employee has a certain different number of skills available. Some of them have, some of them does not have eventually. So in the include, we need to define a calculation in such a way that it lookups for each of employee number and returns that multiple results according to skills we are training. So we will be saying that if this employee number, which is in B3, make sure you absolute the column, because once you make sure that column is being absolute, we will say that if this employee number is equals to data, and in the data table we will select the employee number. So every time it will rerun the process and find the employee code from that, and if empty, for instance, if any of the employee number is not available in the data sheet, so it does not generates an error, it generates a blank. So I will write 2 times inverted commas here and then close it. So as soon as I press enter, look at this, it returns the 4 skills available for SM Imran Fahim Bukhari, which is English, problem solving and decision making, legal knowledge and technical knowledge, and I showed you just earlier from here data set as well, right? So if you remember this, these are the 4 different results or output values which was based on single similar employee number. Now if you would be doing it with VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, you might not be getting the second, third and fourth result, because VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP will return the first occurrence value, right? Unless you do some additional calculations. Now we don't want the results vertically, we want it to transform like a horizontal, and we will be applying an additional function here. So I hope you understood the filter function here. So let's add one more function, dynamic array, which is TOROW, and array is already there, we have applied the filter logic, and we will go at the end, comma, we will say keep all values. If you want to ignore blanks or if you want to ignore errors, I mean, you can write either 1, 2 or both of them, so then 3. For the meantime, I'm not writing anything here, just closing the bracket. Okay, and see, it has been splitted row wise. Okay, and what I need to do is I will go at the end and just press Ctrl D to copy and paste, and that's it. All the employees have different number of skills has been aligned very smoothly, right? So let's say why not Qazi Mohammad Shujat is there, because if we find this into this data, we will not find here because he is not available there, no matches. Okay, and let's verify one of the record as well. Let's see Tahir Wasim, he has quality knowledge, SCM, risk management, supply chain. Okay, so let's find out Tahir here, and yes, he has 5 different skills we are training available, and that are already aligned as well, right? So superb. So I hope this kind of challenges many employees face, and the solution is, if you are using Excel 365, apply the filter to fetch the multiple values or multiple records based on a single similar lookup value. Not to use XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP, and to have a different dimension, you can use TOROW additional function with it. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Thank you.